Hi, it's Kristin from Whiskey Tango Farms. We're back with another video to help guide you on your path to self-sufficiency through quail, rabbits, gardening, and more. Today, I am finally starting my fodder system. So around Thanksgiving, I went to Jung's, which conveniently for us is just right down the road here, and I purchased a fodder system. And somewhere in December, late December, early January, I opened it, but didn't use it. I just looked at it, and now I'm finally doing it. So I'm super excited to show you this. I'm going to be giving these sprouts and fodder to our quail and chickens and the rabbits and all sorts of little critters that we have running around here. So I just wanted to show the setup process of this because at first when I saw it, I'm like, what is this? I don't really understand. And once I opened it up and now I read the directions and stuff, I understand it a little bit more, and I'm really excited to kind of show you the process of how it works. So we will get this started today, and then we'll do a couple update videos in a few days so you can see the process of rotating it out. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so it did come with these instructions, which was super nice because, like I said, I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Obviously, there's a nice little picture on there showing what we're trying to accomplish, but if you don't know me, I kill everything. I do not plant, I do not grow things, but to be fair, I've never tried very hard. So this year I'm making a very valiant effort into not kill everything that I tried to grow this year. So I decided to read the instructions, and in typical fashion, reading the instructions does help. So like I said, this came as a kit from Jung's Garden Center down the road here, and it came in this little stack. It was wrapped in some plastic. I unwrapped it a couple months after getting it, but I also, while we were there, I didn't realize, and actually I think it says on here, yeah, organic alfalfa seeds included. However, I did not see that when I bought this. So while we were at Jung's, we also purchased a ½ pound of organic alfalfa seeds. But like I said, it did come with some in here. So when we take the lid off, this was inside. When reading the instructions, it says you only need 2 teaspoons to get started, like 2 teaspoons per tray. So I grabbed this tablespoon. There's 3 teaspoons in a tablespoon, so we're gonna fill this about 2/3 of the way. It does note in here that it's very important to not overcrowd the seeds or else they will not grow. And obviously you don't want to short yourself either. So since I'm not very good at eyeballing things, at least until I get to know what it looks like visually, I'll be using this. But so what we do, I'm going to be adding seeds every other day so that we keep rotating these trays out, and then we have a constant supply of these sprouts to give the animals. So today we're just going to be doing 1 tray. That's all we need to do. And then you use 2 cups of room temperature water, and you water 2 or 3 times a day. So we'll get started with our included alfalfa seeds, and I'll try my very hardest to not make a mess here. No guarantees. So I have my tablespoon here, and then the seeds that came with it. I would say that I could probably fill this, all 5 of these trays, a couple times with this, maybe at least once, I'd say. So I'm going to fill this up about 2/3 of the way. There are 3 teaspoons and a tablespoon, and since I couldn't find my teaspoon measure thing, we're just going to eyeball it. So we'll just take this and we'll pour that in the tray. In the instructions, it did note that the seeds will obviously get a little bit bigger when they soak up the water, like once we add the water. And they do have a little diagram in here as well that shows you the appropriate spacing, because obviously not all seeds are the same size. So it kind of gives you like a little diagram, so you can kind of see how many is too much and versus not enough or whatnot. So you don't want to overcrowd them. But so I'm just gonna kind of try to spread these out, I guess. I have a feeling once I add the water, it's not really gonna matter anyhow. I'm guessing they're kind of going to float around a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. And then there are little holes around the edges here. And the idea of this is you add your 2 cups of room temperature water to the tray. These seeds up here kind of soak up what they need. Whatever's left over goes to the second tray, and so on. And then anything extra gets collected in this bottom basin. You water 2 or 3 times a day. Every time you water, you're supposed to take the top one and put it at the bottom. So each tray will get like the first dibs on the water at some point in this process. I am going to be doing this every other day, so we have that constant supply of sprouts for the animals. So since I'm only doing 1 tray today, I probably don't need all 2 cups because obviously this little amount of seeds isn't going to probably soak all of that up. But we're just going to follow the instructions because things usually tend to go better when you follow instructions. So it looks like it's about halfway filled up. And I don't know if you can see on camera, it is dripping down the holes, down to each one, down to each tray. And then, like I said, whatever is left over will collect in this bottom basin. You are supposed to use fresh water each time. So some of the seeds are floating and some aren't. So we'll see. And it doesn't say that you need to spread them out or anything. It does say that if you see the water standing, that's normal when the seeds are dry, I guess. And that's actually good for them. They do need it. And then it does also note that it may take up to 45 minutes for everything to go through. So just be patient. Don't futz with it. It also notes that if like these smaller seeds like this alfalfa, if it gets stuck in the hole, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Because there's holes all the way around the diameter here. So we'll let this kind of drip down, and then I'll show you what it looks like at the end. I'll show you, what the basin looks like, as well as what these seeds look like. Once the water is all drained, or I guess we could even do it now, you put the lid on, but you don't want to put the lid on tight. You just want to kind of set it on there, so it helps keep the water in, the moisture in, but it also doesn't make it like airtight, because if it's airtight, the water won't move through. And obviously oxygen and circulation is good for anything that lives. So we'll see how this goes. And I guess this ½ pound of alfalfa seeds is going to last me a really long time, considering this little bag here. Like I said, I think this is going to probably fill the trays, each tray once at least, maybe a couple times. And then I have this big old bad boy of alfalfa seeds left too. So we are going to have sprouts for more than days, a long time. So it'll be kind of fun to see how long it takes, or how long it lasts rather. So I'm excited. I'm glad I finally did this, and it might be fun to get a couple of these. Actually, it was pretty affordable, so doesn't take up a lot of room or anything like that, but we'll give you an update here in a few days. But please make sure that you hit like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get updates from us on all of our planting, our garden planning, our rabbits, quail, all that good stuff, and all of our little happenings around the farm. So thanks for watching. Bye.